Welcome on in, everyone. It's time for your favorite part of the week. It's Tech Friday. Today on the show, Twitch does some nopes. The Pixel 11 launches. Oh, okay. And Roll20 releases a dice roller. Oh, let's get into it. First up, the other day, Twitch decided, hey, let's opt everyone into AI. That'd be great. Nobody liked that. Nobody thought that was great. So you can see the initial Blue Sky post by Zach here. And thank you to Zach for covering all of this. There's the button. There we go. So yeah, Twitch now uses your channel to train generative AI by default. Oh boy. You know when companies aren't looking at what anyone's saying about AI and they do it anyway? Yeah, that's really taking care of your customers. Yeah, great. Thanks. So yeah, shut it off. I do not have anything kind, compassionate, or that won't earn me a ban for language on this topic. You know, Rex, it's fine. If you want to turn it off, go to that link, twitch.tv/settings/security. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a get your data thing, and then right above that will be the option to turn it off, unless they change that in the past couple days, but that's where it was and still should be. Double check. Yes, it's in the same spot. So at the very bottom will be download your data, and then one above that will be training for generative AI slider. Turn that off, and trying to phrase this, turn it off. Do the thing. Just shut it off. There's no reason for it. And another point that I've seen online is that we as streamers stream video games. What do the video game companies think of their stuff being broadcast and then trained on Twitch's or Amazon's things, right? Like, that's not great either. So when there's some response from video game companies about that, we'll talk about it there. The other thing related to this is, as streamers, our choices of where else to go are next to nothing. There are other places, but none of them caught on. They don't have the audience here. If I wanted to stream less on Twitch, I would need at least 10 people to subscribe to me monthly, either on my Ko-fi or on my Patreon. And if I did that, if that occurred, I would stream less on Twitch, because I wouldn't need the revenue then. But yeah, so if you're uncomfortable with continuing to sub here, please continue to sub either on my Ko-fi or on my Patreon. That'd be great. Tanya, Cypher, hello, either one. And that's how you can support me, continue to support me if you don't want to continue your sub here. But also, this is where Twitch is still where the audiences are coming to. So charity streams and that and things like that will continue to be here, because there's not a lot of other great options out there, and it's rough. There's been multiple discussions on how rough it is in the creator economy right now, and the truth is, I do need what I make off of Twitch to keep doing everything I'm doing. I'm right now I'm at a bare minimum of what I need to make to keep doing these things and providing Tech Fridays and other shows right like that. So keep that in mind as you go about, and please continue to support creators where you feel comfortable, because we all have multiple ways to support us on a monthly basis. So like I said, wherever you want to support me, whether it be here, Ko-fi, Patreon, things are rough, and we got to be where we're going to get eyeballs. And right now, that's Twitch and YouTube as far as streaming goes with that. All right. And also related with Twitch and AI, if you want to, I'm not going to bother linking it here or anything, but there is an interview with one of the Twitch heads talking about this. If anyone has that link, feel free to post it in chat. And what a disaster of an interview that was. So if you want to see someone with a policy crash and burn live on stream, go look that up. What was it? It was the Twitch stream just the other day. Minton. Oh, the patch notes. Yeah. Thought there may have been another one. No, not yet. Right. Let's see here. And I think there was an update. Okay. We're going to talk about Zach a bit here because Zach is doing amazing reporting on all of this. Twitch updated its privacy notice. They added information on how to use its personal information to test and improve technology, including machine learning and AI, and a full document. Again, there is the Blue Sky post from there, and I honestly, I don't get it. Okay, I sort of get, but there's part of me that understands because, tech bros and they want money and everybody's content to gain more wealth and all that. But then there's the other part where you have people clearly and loudly saying no thank you to AI on multiple social platforms. And people are shutting it off and saying no directly to you. What is going on? It hurts my brain. All right, but that wasn't the end of Twitch's questionable decisions this week. Oh no, once again, we turn to Zach because Twitch is exploring the launch of a boss battle feature. That's right, a boss will randomly show up in chat, and viewers need to fight it with subs, gifted sub, and bits for it to go away. If you beat it, you may get a temporary emote and or chat badge. Yeah, when you shake hands with the devil, Twitch, well, that's what happens. They are really not beating the Twitch's dying allegations anytime soon. They are not. The only boss I want to fight is whoever thought this was a good idea. I understand how they believe this a viewer engagement thing, but come on, y'all, right? There are already things in chat where, it's fun. You can fight a boss, it comes up, there's a little graphic and everything on screen. I just realized my shirt and the green screen don't mesh. Oh well. And those are neat, and if the streamer wants them, but now there's this boss battle feature that Twitch decides is a good idea, and you need to fight it with subs and gift subs and bits. You need to spend money make it go away. As someone said, what's next? Are they going to discover tip jars, right? Engaging with what? Not the streamer, not the game stream content. Where are they engaging with other than their 18, right? This doesn't help streamer engagement, really. It takes attention away from streamer. The other things that you can do, at least, you have to look at the streamer on screen to see, the little graphic above them, and you can still follow along, and you can just kind of type a thing in chat and move on with your day. But that's a key thing, Rex. A lot of their recent moves are in the line of you, as a streamer, don't have to do anything at all. Ta-da! We made things better. No, you didn't. Are you from the outside in? It just seems like they're not actually talking to streamers at all. And I suppose we can be glad the Twitch boss thing is just a test, but still, why did it even get to the testing stage? Extreme sarcasm. Must be time to start my streaming career then. / extreme sarcasm, right? My brain just goes beep and breaks, and then I just stare and I go find other rabbit holes that bring me joy. All right, we can continue to talk about that in chat if you want, or we can get back to it later when we get to the second part of the stream, but I have a few more things to cover. So let's talk about the Pixel 11 launch. Yay, I suppose. This is from Engadget. There's some new colors. There it is. It looks not too different from the other one. See that? Let me put on the little dot there. See that where the dot is? Right there? Yeah, that's your camera module, right? Your microphone. Oh, they have this little light now so that if your phone is screen down, this little light will blink up. It's not bright enough to be like a flashlight or anything, but if you get a text message or anything, this little light will blink at you if you notice it at all. And the displays are nice, they're good panels. Again, flagship phones are expensive, $10.99, $12.99. You're out to lunch with someone who had somehow set her phone to have the camera flash go off as notification. Oh, neat. Same as the, yeah, but I'm sure you would notice your camera camera flash more than this little light. Oh, thank you for the raid. We'll get right to you. Let me cover this, finish covering this, and thank you, Sirius. So here's the specs, and it's kind of a bump up in things, except memory storage compared to last year's flagship. It is a slight downgrade in RAM at the top of the line, but there's really not a lot to talk about other than, yeah, we did some spec jumps. Our screen's good, camera up a bit. Of course, we put some AI garbage in there that you don't have to use. There it is, the highlight, right? The little indicator light. Yeah, right there. And I saw some of the presentation, and that's about as bright as it gets. Right? It's kind of useless. But hey, if it helps, I'm not going to complain. And yeah, but you can read the Engadget article. Just seems to be spec bumps. And if you want one, you can pre-order. Or if you need a new phone and you can get it at a really good price, do it, because they'll just be fine as phones. But they're not really offering anything new or fantastic. But all right, let's say hi to the folks that came in. What's going on here? All right, there we go. Hello, Sirius. Welcome on in. Fluffy, hi. Pirate, hello. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, that is the Pixel 11. It launched. That's probably the best I can say about it. It's a thing. All right, and I need to set something up really quick for this next story. So talk amongst yourselves. I need to go here. That'll work. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to roll into some TTRPG tools, starting off with this Roll20 dice roller. So Roll20, the VTT that's been around for a while, made a web app that's a dice roller, and it's free for everybody. All you need to do is load it on a web page, so you need an internet connection, but it's pretty neat. Well, I got it here in the window, so let me get us over there. So here it is. You can see this high. I am logged in with my account. Now, you don't have to log in with any account. You can just go to the d20roller.com and come in. But if you don't log in with an account, you won't be able to, let's see, is it here? No, that's not it. Oh, customize quick rolls. So you won't see these. You won't be able to set up your own formulas or change what system it's in. As you can see, we have set up for 5th edition, Call of Cthulhu, World of the Darkness, Shadowrun, Year Zero, Forged in the Dark, Daggerheart, the Universal system. So a lot of systems already supported. Plus, they tell you how you can make your own and add it as a button to this quick roll thing. So right now, this setup for D&D 5th edition. All right, so you have your initiative, and they just give you a +2 because why not? But just for example, advantage, roll 2d20, keep the highest one, keep the lowest one. And they tell you how to make all these formulas right here in the advanced die rolls. And they give you more dice syntax. So if you have a game with exploding die. So yeah, if you don't have a Roll20 account, log in. It's free. You don't have to pay for a thing. But that way you get to keep your die rolls. And then when you roll dice, let's see, if I were to roll initiative, I rolled the d20. I got the 4, 2, and then the little graphic, the dice betrayed you. So little dice person is neat. If you want to add a modifier, that's over here, and the number of dice. There's even a yes/no coin if you just want yes or no. So, roll 2d20, and then I rolled a total of a 20. One was an 8, one was a 12. And I get the little interesting graphic. And it keeps a history. So you can, if you're like, what was that? What did I roll for my damage? And, it kind of scrolled on you. You can go back to it because it will keep history. So that's another reason you probably want to log in with an account. Again, completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. You just need an internet connection. That's the only downside is it is a website. So you have to be connection, but it's really lightweight. And let's see if we can roll it. Yeah, 18. So close. Hype. Right? This is great. The yes/no coin. Yes. No. There we go. A lot of fun. You roll the D100 or if you want to roll 2D10, just say 2 dice, roll 10, 10, 7, 17. So yeah, this, I mean, is a really nice thing. I like it a lot. It's their quantum dice roller. They give you a chart that you can see because they, rolls, average roll, current seed, and you can see the distribution according to them based on D20 rolls only. So yeah, they give you brag stats at the bottom. But yeah, and it's a nice URL like d20roller.com. That's easy to remember and go to. And it also, I tried this on my phone. It looks great mobile as well. But yeah, if you need a dice roller, give it a go. All right, there were some other things I want to talk about as well related to some Obsidian plugins. Of course, I'm going to talk about Obsidian somehow. Obsidian plugins and TTRPG. There are some up there I want to point out. So I'll just kind of list them and post links in chat. Otherwise, we'd be looking at a lot of GitHub pages. But the first one is called Charted Roots. And it has a section for fantasy, family tracking, ancestry checking and all that. So you can use it for your role-playing games or whatever, but you can also use it to track your actual family history if you wanted. So it's big and it's a lot. But if you want that, there it is. Just go to that GitHub right there. And then related to that, see what I did there, is one that's a little narrower in scope called Relations. It does the same thing, except it's made by the Obsidian TTRPG community. You'll see that name on a lot of these plugins, on a lot of TTRPG plugins now for Obsidian. But if you want something that's just kind of focused on TTRPG campaign things, probably want this. So if you need a more robust tool and you want to learn a lot more syntax, go with the Charted Roots. If you just kind of want it for your things, use the Relations. Hey, DC and Sirius and Fluffy and JD and Pirate and Herb and Rex. Who remembers Romper Room? I do! Hey, Nick. Welcome on in. And a couple other interesting TTRPG plugins, again for Obsidian, is this player screen. And what this does is that it creates, if you have another monitor that faces your players, you can put certain notes and images and things you have in Obsidian on that screen, and then that's all your players will see. So instead of doing like what I did with my players, I had OBS up, and I used the OBS projection feature. I had that other thing on the monitor, and so I could see it. So instead of doing all that, I can just do it right in Obsidian using the player screen, and I just select a thing and say, hey, show this to my players, and they'll see it on that second monitor that faces them. So that's real handy. I like that. And finally, this was an interesting one. It is player-facing notes, and it's designed to work with Obsidian Publish, so you would have to subscribe to the Obsidian Publish feature, but it's a way to kind of mark, hey, this is my website for my game. I want my players to see these things. And so this is a way to help you do that as well. Now there are a bunch of things. Just keep in mind, when you're looking at the community plugins on Obsidian, look at the contributors list. Do you see the clawed butthole? To avoid it. So far, these do not have the clawed butthole on them, so keep that in mind. But yeah, these were just a few of the ones. There's now a lot of very useful TTRPG tools in Obsidian, and what I like about it is you can mix and match. So whatever's useful to use, you can build your own system. You're not, here's our one solid idea. There are other things you can add into your Obsidian vault that make it useful to you or not use, right? It's really customizable in running your TTRPG campaigns in Obsidian now. So yeah, and if you type in TTRPG in the community plugin search, you'll see A lot of these by the Obsidian TTRPG community, and it's really fascinating how that segment of Obsidian are useful. Things that are useful for you to use as you see fit. Yeah, kind of like what AI should be. Just saying. All right, that will wrap it up for Tech Friday this week. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, I'll see you next week. Be sure to like and subscribe down there. Watch more Tech Fridays. Nope, it's going to be up over there. Subscribe button will be up there, and I'll see you all next week.